If you're gay, then you're gay. Don't pretend that you're straight. You could be who you are any day of the week.
Empire returns Wednesday on Fox.
You wanna play, you wanna stay, you wanna have it all. You started messing with my head until I hit a wall. Maybe I should've known, maybe I should've known that you would walk out the door. Hey, said you were done and met someone and dropped it in my face. Cut to the part, she broke her heart and then she ran away. I guess you should've known, I guess you should've known that I would talk. But even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back into my life. You can take your words and all your lies. I really don't care. Even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back into my life. You can take your words and all your lies. I really don't care. I really don't care. I can't believe I ever stayed up writing songs about you. You don't deserve to know the way I used to think about you. Oh no, not anymore. Oh no, not anymore. You had your shot, but you let go. Now if we meet out on the street, I won't be running scared. I'll walk right up to you and put one finger in the air and make you understand. You had your chance. But even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back into my life. You can take your words and all your lies. I really don't care. Even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back into my life. You can take your words and all your lies. I really don't care. I really don't care. Yeah, listen up. Hey, now I'm back. Don't show boy, ego inside. Look, boy, why you so mad? City gets in my shoulder, hit it. Daddy, you the wrong number. Should I pick that one instead of the number? Just wanna laugh 'cause you're trying to get a hit stuff. Get to the curb, take a Polaroid picture. But even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back into my life. You can take your words and all your lies. I really don't care. Even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back into my life. You can take your words and all your lies. I really don't care. I really don't care.
Alright, so that was Demi Lovato featuring Cheryl Lloyd in Really Don't Care opera album Demi. That is by far one of my favorite songs by Demi because it's so fun and it makes you want to just get up and dance. It was really hard for me not to actually start singing and dancing, but I know that I hate my voice on camera and I hate my voice singing, but I still do it for whatever fucking reason. But today we are finishing the book, The Past Happens Now, sadly. But we have another, but I already have a book picked out. And finding books to read for this channel, I never thought that this channel would be just me reading. I think maybe I might still be doing the book reading, but I also want to go into the LGBTQ, because I have this thing, and my left hand is actually painted the colors of transgender flag, actually in the transgender flag. So it's blue, pink, white, pink, and then blue. And the funny thing is, it's 5 colors, and I have 5 fingers on one hand, and there goes my phone doing whatever. But let's jump into the book. So in the last chapter, chapter 23, I Want to Take You Somewhere. We never really found out where they were going, but Carly and Aaron are now together. And there was something. Maybe we should just go. She lifted in her seat, and I shook my head quickly. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking. My fingers on the hand that wasn't being held bounced up and down, fast, non-stop. She raised her eyebrow and lightly smiled warmly at me. She let out a giggle, and I couldn't hold it back any longer. I parted my lips slightly to tell her what was on my mind. Just as she leaned in and kissed me, I squeezed her hand and kissed back. In this instant, I was okay with not being able to speak, because at least she knew how I felt, and now that was enough. Chapter 24. Want to race? Jay's point of view. We're here, Drake nearly screamed as I slowed the car down the park. I laughed as he swung the car door open and hopped out before the car even stopped. I parked it, and his face lit up as it dawned on him where we were. It was the park that we watched the sunset from a year ago. I climbed out of the car and paused when I saw Drake. Drake, what are you I was interrupted by his laughter, and I couldn't help laughing myself. He was lying on his back at the top of the small hill, with his arms folded over his chest. "Want a race?" He grinned, and I looked up with pleading, excited eyes. My eyes fell on the slope of the hill and endless amounts of grass ahead. This would be the first thing he suggested we do. I smiled. I sighed and smiled and laughed as he laughed, knowing that his request was irresistible. What does the winter get? What does the winter get? He brought his fingers to my chin and thought, in a thoughtful manner. I used to think of time to lie down in the grass where his feet were. "Drake, there's gotta be an incentive, or else I'm not doing this." I smiled, folding my arms across my stomach. Of course, I would have done it with him anyways, because he wanted to, but I figured this would make it would make worth getting grass stains over. "Okay, Mr. Impatient, I got it," he grinned. And I was slowly regretting the suggestion. "If I win, I get to kiss you. If you win, I have to kiss you." I laughed. "Both of those are the same thing." "Shh," Drake said, holding back laughter. "Okay, fine. If I win, you kiss me. Deal?" "Okay," I said, still laughing. Drake counted us off to 3, then we both started rolling more, like tumbling down the hill. The only thing I could hear as I rolled down was Drake cussing. Cussing mixed a couple of grunts, and we probably hit a rock or something. My head hit the ground about 5 times. After what seemed like an eternity of pain, I reached the bottom of the hill. I sat up, rubbing my eyes, and saw Drake crawling over to me as if he had just been hit by a car. When he made it over to me, I sat up slowly. That was the roughest and most painful thing ever, but I think I liked it. I grinned and looked at me, and I began to laugh. "What?" I shook my head. "Nothing, just sounded a bit, I looked down. "Jay, you pervert." He laughed and took my hand. "Not even I was thinking that." "Not even I was thinking that." I laughed and apologized, but I just smiled more and looked back at the hill. What the hell? We almost just killed ourselves. "It was your idea." He smiled and stuck his tongue out at me. Then a serious spread over his face. "What?" I didn't see who won. I frowned and looked down, tracing a fake tear down his cheek. I rolled my eyes and leaned in. "We'll just say you won. What about that?" He was about to say something, but I cut him off by kissing him. He kissed back immediately, like he had been anticipating like he hasn't been anticipating it for a while. I pulled my legs over his lap so he could put his arms around my waist. I wrapped my own arms around his neck, and he pushed myself deeper into the kiss. I could feel his smile against my lips, and I couldn't help but smile too. He pulled away and looked at me, his perfect smile still becoming even more addictive at each sight of it. I stood up and held my hand out to him. He took it and kissed it. Then he stood up, causing me to smile uncontrollably. "Where are we going?" he asked, interlacing our fingers. "I'm gonna show you somewhere, and I know where it is. I'm not always horrible at directions." He put his hand up in surrender as I gave him pure attitude, then laughed quietly, and we started walking with me. Our walk across the field of grass was quiet. Well, not quiet. No time spent with Drake is quiet, but it was peaceful. He hummed the entire way there. I held back laughter as he swung our hands to the tempo of whatever song was on his mind, because he never noticed. After about 20 minutes, we reached the most beautiful place in the park. It was an overlook at the rest of the world. The hill dropped off the sky was completely visible, including the sun that was now turning dark orange. I sat down on the grass, and Drake followed my actions and gazed into the sky, and he squeezed my hand. "I love this." I looked over at him, tilting my head slightly. Just you and me, being happy, nothing to worry about." I nodded, knowing he wasn't finished. "A lot has happened to us, He looked down and pulled at some grass. I took his hand. Yeah, a lot has happened to us. To you, to me, your dad, and Aaron, to Carly, to everyone. And yeah, it's been hard, but it's okay, because everything has happened has led to you. To this. He smiled and looked down at her hands. Drake, everything that's happened has been important. I mean, if I haven't gone to that terrible party, and I wouldn't have met you, if my aunt hadn't sent me to boarding school because I was depressed, I wouldn't have opened my door up to a crazy dude jumping on the bed and blasting Kesha. We both laughed at the memory. If I hadn't talked to my dad, things would have never gotten better between us, between him and I. And probably not Aaron either. And if you hadn't come over that night when my dad came home drunk, I don't think I would have been okay at all. He smiled warmly at me. There were good times and bad times. Everyone makes mistakes. And lives in dark places. But the past is the past, and I don't want to forget it. I said, smiling. He smiled back and said, we don't have to forget anything that happens. It'll be easy. We'll just have to make every moment left a memorable one, then. Well, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Thanks to everyone of you who commented, favorites, supported me. You are amazing. Also, I'm definitely going to write a new story. I have some ideas, but I want to know yours. So if you have, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. You're amazing. Don't forget it. Click here because I need you. Alright, so I've been trying to write new stories, and I got a ton of ideas. I just don't think they are the best, and I realized something. I don't think I'm ready to let go of these characters. So, what would you think if I gave you guys a story of a side character that happens to be at the same time as this one, from Aaron's perspective? Well, here it is, like I'm watching your own movies. So that is apparently the spin-off. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Where the fuck did I put my pen? There it is. So, I will see you guys tomorrow for the beginning of the new story, New Begins Chapter 1. And, until next time, guys, okay? Just ask the GSA. Mwah?